What's up, guys? Total Control 871. Decided to swing by here. Toys R Us. Me old haunt. Used to work here many years ago. The tax plan that I spoke about yesterday had me thinking about this place and other places like it. Are we to believe that Toys R Us has never ever been given a corporate tax break? Of course they have. How do I know? I played a part in it. When I got hired, you're asked a number of questions. Basically, they're questions that vet whether or not this employer is hiring you off of the welfare system. Did you receive food stamps, cash benefits, stuff like that? And if you answer yes, well then, places like this get a tax break. Did any of that get passed along to me? No. And of course, we've already established that I'm not a drug addict. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't do detrimental things with my money. So a lot of the things that your fiscal conservatives like to say, like to use as their, this is why. Get a load of this. $100. $80. They're calling this the Masterpiece Series. Yeah. I don't think there's an ounce of die-cast metal in there. Giving gigantic tax breaks to corporations is not going to save America. They're going to take that money and they're going to bank that money. The proletariat are going to continue in a downward spiral, which will ultimately drag everybody down. You're not taking care of your foundation. Okay? You are not taking care of your foundation. We are the bedrock of America, and you're not taking care of us. You have put your faith and your trust in corporate CEOs. They're going to say this, if we help them, they're going to help us. And that doesn't work out that way. I could never afford, not that it was ever offered to me, because they made sure you stayed as a part-time employee. We don't want to give you any kind of benefits. But if things like the 401k and stock options were opened up to me, I wouldn't be able to buy into it. I can barely afford rent. So then people wonder, why in the world are people switching over to bicycles? Why are people starting to live in shipping containers? Why are people starting to live in all of these alternative ways? Why? Everything just got way too expensive. Just ridiculously expensive. Job security never did come back to the way it was. Nobody knows if their next year's employment is going to be solvent, stable. Although I will also say, Hope I'm not mixing titles here too much. Mixing topics. Hollywood also played a part in a lot of Toys R Us's downward spiral. The movies have been absolutely garbage. This thing is nothing but commie trash. Communist trash. That's not Wonder Woman. Look at the color palette. Dull, muted, like the color palette out of Pyongyang. Dull grays, faded blacks, black, brown, gray. See, color isn't allowed in a communist country. You know, and the same thing can be said for our Superman. Washed away, dull, muted colors. What happened to America? You're not even proud of your colors anymore. Where communist trash like this is supposed to be our superheroes? Get out of here. It's garbage. And then you wonder why nobody feels pride anymore. Well, what can I tell you? Anyway, so there you go. Toys R Us. Total Control, 871.